Good evening and welcome to Feel Good Talk Love 101. I'm your host, Charles Brakely, along with the host of Love 101, my man, Naeem Najib, and the lovely author, visionary, LC Logan. How y'all doing this evening? I was going to say I was say this morning, but this evening.
Feeling good.
Awesome. So glad to be here. You know, as always, I'm looking forward to seeing what we got to talk about tonight. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go to commercial break, and then we're going to come right back with Feel Good Talk Love 101 right here on Feel Good Talk, Mind, Body, Soul, and Business. All right, here we go. And that is the A Game, great for vitality, energy, strength, and libido. And if you want your free sample, give me a call at 302-723-2836. Again, 302-723-2836 to get your free sample of the A Game. All right, Naeem, what's going on, brother? What we getting into tonight? Did you freeze up on me?
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So let's get into everything tonight, Charles. How about that?
That's good. I'm ready.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
what about you guys? You ready? You ready to rock? Okay, I know you are. I ain't got to ask you, so.
I want to share my screen so we can start with some fundamentals before we begin. Talking about our feelings here on Feel Good Talk. Let's talk about the universal principles of love and fear. So anyone who's ever seen this before, I've seen this before. And anyone who's seen this for the first time, this is a very easy model for recognizing healthy and unhealthy relationships. So on one side, we got toxic relationships, which is the mindset of fear. And on the other side, we got healthy relationships, which is the mindset of love. And it's all laid out in the neat little package in the acronym of FACTS, F-A-C-T-S. So I'm going to read down the fear side. So a toxic relationship is based on fear or force, attack, abuse, anger, conflict and confusion, trauma and triggers, separation, shame, suspicion. And LC, will you read the love side?
Yes. Love is a healthy relationship. It's based on freedom, appreciation, communication, clarity, trust, truth, and sincerity.
And I invite anybody to take a screenshot of this so that you can actually use it. It's a guide to help you think about things. We're here on this show tonight to have a conversation so that we can ask questions, to come up with solutions together to better critically think and solve our toxic relationship issues. We all have them, meaning we all have toxic relationships, meaning relationships that we are using to give ourselves confusion, to give ourselves conflict, to give ourselves trauma, to give ourselves abuse, to give ourselves anger, to give ourselves attack, to give ourselves fear, right? And again, I'm not talking about a situation where someone's physically forcing you, like they putting a gun up to your head and telling you something. I'm talking about a situation where you're free to make a decision one way or the other, but you keep ending up making a decision that ends up causing you anger, ends up causing you conflict, ends up causing you trauma. In that case, my question is, if you keep sticking your hand in the fire and the fire's burning, and you got burnt once, you got burned twice, you got burned 3 times, you stick your hand in that fire again, is it really the fire burning you, or is it you using the fire to burn yourself? That's my question, right? I'm just saying, we like to point fingers and say, this person did this to me, and like, wow, once or twice, that's something. This person stole from you, that's messed up. You should, definitely take that as a lesson, and okay, this person's a thief. But then you're like, yeah, they keep stealing from you. What do you mean keep stealing from you? You keep putting them in a position to steal from you. You're talking about 5, 6 times they stole from you. In that case, you just wanted to donate whatever it was to their cause and calling it them stealing from you. Because clearly, if they stole from you once, they're a thief. You shouldn't have to get to 4 or 5 times.
Right.
So I'm not saying I don't have empathy for us, because I wrote this book for me first about healing toxic relationships. But in order for me to heal, I had to stop pointing the finger and looking at other people as if they're the cause of my trauma, my abuse, my conflict. At a certain point, yes. Yeah, there are things people can do to traumatize you, to abuse you, to force you into situations, to violate your boundaries. That is after a certain amount of time when you're capable of making decisions and you just choose against your own best interests. Then in that case, who's doing it? Who's doing what to who?
Right.
If you just refuse to eat, you have food available, but you refuse to eat it, you refuse to drink. Can I say that somebody's starving me? Oh yeah, somebody is starving me. Me, I'm starving myself. I'm dehydrating myself. But it's not like Charles got the key to the water and he just denying me. It's like, no, this water where I'm at, and Charles don't have nothing to do with it. LC don't have nothing to do with it. If I decide not to drink it, I'm dehydrating myself. I'm hurting myself. But I'm trying to tell Charles that, you know, he need to give me that special. You need to give me a sample of the A game before I could drink the water, and then find some way to put it on you, you know. But at the end of the day, it's all still nonsense. So anyway, let's get to some comments and then get to the conversation. I just had to start with this. Y'all know this.
That's good.
Got my man Thomas Green. He says, "Hello everyone. What's going on, Tom? Thanks for tuning in. Definitely appreciate you." We got my man Tyrone Ricks. What's going on, brother? He says, "The Tenant Life is tuned in." You guys are always tuned in, man. Thanks for tuning in. We definitely appreciate the love and support. He also says, "Good evening, my Feel Good Talk family." Fatima West, she says, "Hello, what's going on, Fatima?"
Hey, Fatima.
And Kendra Moore, "Hey, what's up, lady?" She says, "What's up, Feel Good family?" So we got everybody saying hello. We definitely appreciate y'all. And on this side, we have Juanita Barnes. What's going on, lady? Thanks for tuning in. I had to give her a shout out because she was tuning in, but she didn't say anything. So again, thanks everybody for the love and support. We definitely appreciate you. So,
and thank you for the engagement, because this is our show, meaning all of us here listening, whether it's recorded or live. Those of you who are tuning in live, please engage us, right? This is not something you can do on your cable programming where everything's already pre-recorded and edited and you get to see it after the fact. We are creating this as we speak, literally. And so Dr. Feel Good here, we got LC, we got myself, also known as the Love Doctor. By the way, people think that Love Doctor is some kind of cute name, like, oh, you know, you a hookup artist or whatever. But no, remember, a doctor is somebody who's also a scientist. Scientist is a doctor, and scientists specialize in critical thinking and coming up with and disproving theories and ways of approaching problems, trying to find evidence to support or to dismiss certain claims. So there's certain claims that are made. As a scientist, I look out into the field, which is just life and relationships and people. And there's a lot of things that are said about relationships, such as love is painful, right? Love is pain. People say this, and I'm like, okay, let's not judge that right away. Let's take that and look at it and say, okay, if love is pain, that must mean that I can take love. Like, for example, if you take fire and you stick your hand in it, you could be whatever gender, whatever race, whatever age. You stick your hand in the fire, it's gonna cause you pain, right? So if I have some people over here saying love is pain, some people over here saying love is freedom, some people over here saying love is sex, some people over here saying love is romance, some people over here saying love is marriage. And I'm like, all right, let's just stick with the love is pain. Let's ask, okay, so you people over here that says love is appreciation and love is healing, do you feel pain in love? They say no. These people over here that say love is pain, like, okay, so if love hurts, does it hurt all the time? They say no, it only hurts sometimes. But I'm like, wait a minute though, we got to just step back. Every time I put my hand in the fire, it causes pain. right? Every time. Not sometimes. Like sometimes fire's like, no, I'll let you slide this time. I like the cologne you wearing, so I'm not gonna burn you. Like, no, the fire don't do that. The fire will burn you indiscriminately because it's pretty much a universal element. It's an elemental force, which is the closest thing to universal that we have in nature, right? And so it burns, and when it touches your pain receptors in your body, it hurts. So if fire sometimes didn't burn or sometimes didn't hurt, then we'd be like, okay, maybe this is not an element. Maybe this is just a spontaneously occurring phenomenon that it burns sometimes, it doesn't burn sometimes. We don't know. We got to study it more. But we're looking at love, and we're seeing that some people talk about it as a way that is traumatic. Like somebody said, I love you, and the last person said they love me, caused me mad trauma. All right, so somebody else over here said that the love that they had was in a relationship was very healing and restorative and life-giving. So what's the common denominator we have here? The common thing we have is the word love. But what's not consistent about the story? What's not consistent when we go to each group of people and that they're telling their story? What's not consistent about this thing?
What it is, what is love? That's basically,
So it's like the identification of it is changing with each person who talks about it, right? So here's my question then. If we're talking about, all three of us are talking about, we're using a word to talk about something, and we having three different experiences, but we're using the same word, could it be that we're not talking about the same thing?
Yep.
All right. If I say, let's just say there's a blind test, right? There's I don't know, I got this plate here. Let's just say there's something on this plate, and I say, okay, I have something. I got a face mask. Drop it on the plate. And I say, all right, Charles, close your eyes. LC, close your eyes. Naeem, close your eyes. And reach and feel this on your plate. And it's like, someone's like, all right, do you feel something? What do you feel? Do you feel something that's wet or dry? It's like, oh, I feel something dry. Someone else says, oh, well, I feel something that is wet. It's like, all right, well, if you're feeling something that's wet, then you're not feeling the same thing that we're talking about. Because what we're talking about here, this thing is not wet, right? So if you're reaching into something, this thing is dry. So when we're talking about love and we're saying that it hurts, maybe there's some things in life that hurt, but maybe it's not love. Maybe if we decide on a universal definition for love, like we had on the chart, freedom, appreciation, communication, trust, sincerity, what of those things hurt, right? They don't. So maybe it's the perception of it. Maybe we just get thrust out here into the world, into our lives, and we get to throw around this word love, and we have different experiences, and someone says, I love you, and they really care about you, they support you, and they nurture you. And someone else says, I love you, and then they start attacking you and beating you. And then you say, wow, I had two people say the same thing to me, but two different experiences. One was supportive, one was hurtful. So maybe it's not love that's happening in both of those situations. Maybe it's two different experiences, both being called the same thing, right? Because if I have some water over here, I have something dry over here, and I'm saying that this thing is that water is wet, and then I feel something that's dry, and I say this is water. Maybe I'm not talking about water, and I'm just calling something that's not water water. I'm just saying maybe. We got to start thinking about things and start having more consistency in our communication, in our language, if we're going to have clarity. All right, I'm done. Let's get to the comments.
That's awesome, brother. Awesome concept and how you broke it down. Real elementary. That's great. And we got Fatima Love. She says, if love is pain, why would we want or desire it? That's true. I agree with you.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Maybe because we've been taught that you have to go through pain in order to get to the good side of love. You got to struggle, relationships are hard. They're work. They're terrible. They're, you know, you got to get through this in order to,
Right.
like, does it have to be though? Is every single one of your relationships with every single person in your life hard?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a struggle with or some relationships with people easy and fun? And it's like, there's no issues that can't be easily resolved. I'm not going to say it's not going to be issues that come up, but I'm saying maybe the issues are more easily resolved in some relationships than in others, which means maybe the relationships that is easier to resolve it in, love is present, communication is present, and the one that is not present in, there's more confusion and conflict.
Right.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. And you know what? I hear this a lot too. You know, if you don't argue, something wrong, you know, because y'all ain't going to agree on everything. You know, I hear that all the time, or, you know, all these stupid, I don't know, just talking. I mean, me personally, I'd rather have it easy than to be arguing all the time. You know, to me, that's, you know, you can come to an agreement, you know, just by, you know, the communication. I think a lot of times the communication is weak. So that's why you had these problems. We were just talking. I was talking to my buddy today about it, and he was like, "Yeah, I have a nephew and his girlfriend and his soon to be wife. They never argue. They maybe argue maybe once or twice, if that. But he said he probably couldn't even count on one hand how many times they argue, because they don't really argue. That's
Was
great.
he surprised? Was he surprised by
He
that?
No, he wasn't surprised. But I always hear like I said, people say if everything's going smooth, then something's wrong, and that's not true.
Wow.
You know. It's just like having a car. If your car is running smooth, that means it's great. You shouldn't have to, you know, turn your car off and on and it's cutting off on you. Well, this is how it's supposed. No, it's supposed to be a smooth ride. It's supposed to, you know, come out the shop driving. You know, it ain't supposed to break down. So if you're having problems, then you know you're having problems. You know, so I just
wouldn't that be weird? Somebody getting like, I get in the car with you, we driving, Charles, and driving 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, nothing like. Charles, what's wrong? Why is it so smooth? Why is this car not making any crazy? Why is there no smoke under the hood? Why is it not shaking? Why is is the steering wheel not shaking? Why is the brakes working? What's wrong with this car? Isn't that insane?
That's insane.
But then when relationships are smooth, we're like, oh, there's something wrong here. Maybe something's wrong with you.
Right. Exactly. So I just had to bring it up.
Yeah,
that was a great analogy. I love it, because we can laugh at that, right? We can laugh at that, but when you take that and you think about your relationships, it's not funny anymore. Like, but we need those kind of analogies to kind of keep it light, but also make us think about it. Because if after the chuckle, if you think about it, so why is your relationship that way? And it gets back to what Naeem mentioned earlier. Maybe it's not love. We're calling it love. Maybe it's being addicted to pain, or you know, you never saw the right things growing up, whatever it is. But I tell you what, I've realized, and what I believe most people will experience, is love will show itself.
Right.
My mother and my father had a very toxic relationship. So I saw that. But guess what I was able to hold on to? And I went through some things because of that. But guess what I was able to hold on to? My grandfather and my grandmother's relationship. I never heard an argument. There was never any physical. And people were like, same kind of thinking, when that's what they're used to. You don't know. Listen, I go by what facts, not perception. I never saw or heard my grandfather or grandmother argue. I saw the love. I saw it. So when I started thinking, you know, because you see so many toxic relationships, when I started thinking that's how it kind of supposed to be, like, well, you got to go through the struggle. You may struggle with certain things about getting your finances in order, or you have children, so you got to, but it should not be pain. It should not be pain. But it took me a while to understand it. But I'm thankful for the foundation and seeing my grandfather and grandmother, who were together over about 46 years. And I never saw that. Whatever disputes they probably had sometimes, they knew they knew communication. And it didn't take abuse. And my grandmother came from an abusive background, but my grandfather loved on her. He did not abuse her. So it's possible, y'all. It's possible.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you for that.
Fatima West, she says, my trauma body doesn't like when I'm told I love you. I'm like, here we go, shaking my head. I start thinking, this relationship is doomed. Wow, that is bad, you know.
I like how you differentiated between you and your trauma body. It's like your trauma. That's the one that I, have the crazy voice for. It's like someone's like, "Hey, I love you." It's like, "Oh no, why are you saying that? That means that you're gonna hurt me." "Oh no, last person that said that, they hurt me, so it's over now. You
I've been
doing
waiting
well
for
until
the
you said
voice.
that."
Hey, matter of fact, since
That's a
you,
trauma body voice.
yeah, that's crazy, man. I'm telling you, bro. But I listen. People always think it's something underhanded when somebody say I love you or hey man or do something for you. Oh, they want something. Not all people are like that. People. She also says they don't hurt. People misuse the word. Okay. There you go. As far as love, I think she's talking about love. And she says two different experiences being called the same thing. Yes, indeed. Now we got Kendra Moore. She says, do you think people say love is pain because loving people can involve breakups and disappointments?
Good question. Before we get to
That's a
that,
good one.
Yeah.
now come back to imagine how confusing it would be if you went to get a checkup at the doctor and the doctor used the same word for two vastly different states of health. Meaning, it's like, oh, you're healthy, and that means you're actually in good physical health.
Right.
And someone's extremely sick, got diseases and all kind of stuff wrong with them, and they're like, you're healthy. Couldn't you sue the doctor for malpractice if they said that you were healthy and you needed help, and they're like, no, you're healthy. And they're using the word healthy to someone who's extremely well and extremely sick. That's dangerous, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, definitely.
But then we say love, like Kendra's here saying love is pain, when love is not pain. Love is healing, right? That's why the course is called Healing Toxic Relationships. A loving relationship is not a toxic relationship. Toxicity is a call for health and healing. Just like confusion is a call for clarity. Can you bring the chart back up? And I like how you said, I want the facts, LC, because these are the facts we're talking about as well, the fact of love and fear. So if you just look at it like this, on the left side, fear and force is a call for freedom. When someone's afraid and they're trying to force a situation, it's a call for freedom. It's a call for things to be left alone as they are. When you have attack and abuse and anger, that's a call for appreciation. Like a toxic relationship is a call for a healthy relationship. Conflict and confusion is a call for communication and clarity. So if someone's suffering conflict and confusion, if you were a love doctor, you're like, I diagnose you as having a call for communication and clarity. Just like if you having some pain, some stomach pain, like I diagnose your acid reflux as a call for your upset stomach is a call for a soothed stomach, right? It's a call for a balance to come back in your stomach. And I'm going to give you something or some advice or to stop eating or start eating certain things or give you some medicine to help you deal with that. Not say, oh, you have a hurt stomach? Well, you're healthy. Okay. You're having acid reflux. You're healthy. No, it's not.
Right.
Trauma and triggers is a call for trust and truth. And suspicion, shame, separation is a call for sincerity. When you look at it like that, then it's not just being stuck on one side. It's saying, I'm feeling suspicious right now. I need to start being more sincere. I'm having a call for sincerity. So let me look for the sincerity in this person and let me be sincere myself.
Right.
I'm feeling very conflicted right now, confused. I need to ask for more communication and ask for more clarity because that's what I'm calling for. Instead of just saying, I'm confused. Well, ask, what are you confused about? What can we clear up for you?
Right.
This is what questions are for.
Yes,
so let's go back to Kendra's question, which was good. Do you think that people say love is pain because loving people can involve breakups, disappointing? All right, so how about this? So the idea of loving people, if love is all those things, freedom, appreciation, communication, trust, sincerity, that sounds far from communication, trust, appreciation, right?
Mhm.
And just because you have a breakup and disappointment, that doesn't mean that something is wrong or that the love is gone. I think that rhymes. So people say love is pain because people
Right.
have been taught that love is pain. We've been
Right.
conditioned to think that love is pain.
Mhm.
But love is just love. Love is just a word. The experience of communication is not painful. The
Mm.
experience of freedom is not painful. It's the experience of, let's go down the list. What's next? What's the A stand for?
Oh, appreciation. I'm sorry. I didn't know you told me or not.
Yeah, I
Appreciation.
know I shift in and out of talking to myself to talking to y'all. I gotta, give you better cues. So is appreciation painful?
No, it's not.
No.
So is what's the C for out of facts?
Communication, clarity.
Communication?
So is having good communication and clarity, is that painful? Anybody?
No.
No.
What about the T? What's the T for?
Trust.
Trust, truth. Is that painful to have trust?
Mm-mm.
No.
And what about the last one? The S.
Go ahead, LC. I'll let you rock out.
Is it sincerity? I believe it's
There you
sincerity.
There
Like
you go.
instant for 200 points, sincerity. Yes, it's sincerity. It's like, what is sincerity, please? Boom. Or actually, Buzz, what is sincerity? Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
For 200 points, yes. Is it painful to have 200 points of sincerity?
No.
No.
No. So maybe people are saying love is pain because they don't know what love is.
Right.
Maybe not because having freedom with people, appreciation with people, communication with people, trust and sincerity with people is painful, but maybe because they call love one thing, but they're talking about another, and that's why they say love is pain. Perhaps. I don't know. I'm just a questionnaire. Okay, I'm a living, breathing questionnaire. So you give me a question, I give you another question,
There you go.
and I make no qualms about that because through the questioning we give more clarity. And I invite you not to believe anything I say, because you should question everything I say, just like everything anybody says, because it may not be true, y'all. It may not be true.
All right.
You know?
We got another we got a whole lot of comments. We're gonna get right to them. Here we go. Fatima says, I think people don't have the same definition and have different expectations. Okay. Like that one
Thank
there.
you, Fatima.
Rosa Oliver says, our perception of love may stem from what we are taught, which is not necessarily always the right way. Awesome. That's there you go. You hit it
Thank
right on
you.
the nose, Rosa. Appreciate that. Also, Fatima says, I like this discussion. Arguing is too overwhelming to me. Okay.
Remember, Fatima Love doesn't use punctuation, so you gotta work it out.
And Rosa Oliver says, perception is fundamental.
Now, back to that one.
I gotta go
Perception is
back to that.
fundamental.
Yeah, I'm curious about that. I want to hear this.
Yeah, please tell us
Explain
more
that.
on that,
Yeah.
Rosa, and also how many types of perception are there? Right? Is there, because if we go back to the chart, okay, I'm gonna see if I can share my screen again. I'm just tell you, all right, you can have a loving perception and a fear-based perception. There's two types of perceptions you can have. A perception based on freedom and a perception based on force. So I can say, Charles, you my friend, so my perception is when I call, you should pick up the phone. Is that a perception based on force or perception based on freedom? Meaning forcing a situation. All right.
That's force.
Or if I say, LC, my perception is that you're a grown woman who can do what you want to do, and you're going to do what you want to do and not do what you don't want to do. Is that a perception based on force or freedom?
That's freedom.
Right. So so it is fundamental, not just perception, but to recognize where the perception's coming from, because it might be a perception of fear and it might be a perception of love. And one of those, and they have vastly different outcomes as well. It might affect our friendship differently, Charles, if I approached you as if you owed me something, and if I approached you with appreciation for everything that you offer, right? Just think about it, y'all.
Right.
In whatever relationships you're in, would you have a different experience if you approach the people in your life like they owed you something, like pick up my phone call, answer my text, and like in another way is I appreciate if you pick up my phone call and answer my text, or even if you don't, because I know you don't have to in the first place.
Right.
Maybe there's different outcomes to those perceptions.
Big difference. Big difference.
Yep, you're right. And Lamar Avery says, "What's the solutions, my lady?" Are you talking to LC? Hey, before we even get started again, I want to give a shout out to Fatima Love. What's going on, Fatima?
Hey, girl.
What's going on? I had to put her up there. You know, there she is.
Hey guys.
Now don't get no accident driving. Now I told you, keep your eyes
No,
on the
I'm
road.
not.
All right, there you go.
We need eye contact. We need to make sure you're giving us your full attention, because then we don't feel.
Oh, well, see, that's not being very loving. You're not being very loving right now. That is not nice. What category is that in?
That felt like control.
That's the extended category. We didn't get to that one yet.
Not even sticking. It's sticking. It's sticking.
Listen. It's like your. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Anymore?
Yes.
All right, because my connection is looking a little crazy. It's kind of like this. It's kind of like this. It's kind of like you're walking along, and then, so for example, you're walking along and then you trip over this. That makes sense. So you're walking. I'm trying to let you walk. Oh, you tripped over that. So that's the other category we're dealing with here right now. I told y'all not to believe everything I say. I'm going to throw stuff out there that's ridiculous sometimes and see if you pay attention.
So
because I could literally care less. So yeah, go ahead.
He says, "What's the solution, my lady?" I don't know. Come back at us with that, Lamar. Like,
Yeah.
come back with that
Like, as to what?
Yeah. And he also says, "Let love guide you both. Love conquer all. Communication is key." Yes, sir. And it's possible we would have to go into there again, because I know that some of these comments are in other comments, so sometimes it sounds crazy. He also says, "Integrity is the key. Being honest to express the good, bad, and ugly is true love. When you can keep it real totally, that create true intimacy. Just be completely honest in love. Follow peace, and hard times create healing." Okay, I like that. I'm feeling that. All right, my brother.
And hard times create healing to those who want it.
Right.
Because if you have two people who want healing beyond all the trauma and pain, there's nothing that's going to stop that from happening. But if you have even one person that doesn't want it, can you force them to heal? Can you force them to acknowledge your freedom?
You have
Can
to want
force them to be appreciative? Can you force them to trust? Can you force them to communicate? Can you force them to be sincere? Right? So it's like when, people come to me in consultations and they're like, this one-sided conversation about their relationship. And I'm like, well, where's your other partner, the partner or the person that you're talking about? And they're like, I need you to give, like, people act like I'm Doctor Strange or something. Like I'm gonna create a wormhole and just give you some magical stuff that's gonna, like, all right, my name's the love. I'm the love doctor, not Doctor Strange. I don't have no magical potions and no time stone, infinity stone. It's gonna turn back the time so that you can undo what you did and do it different. Like I don't, I don't have that. So what I do have is some books and some ideas and some questions. And my question, when you are asking me, well, how do I make this work with this person? I'm like, well, where's the other person at? It's like, I don't know, just tell me how to make it work. Like, how about you talk to them? Why are you talking to me?
Right.
So that would be my first question about that, because it has to be both of you who are willing.
Oh yeah.
Like you can draw lines and boundaries in your relationship and have a healthy relationship because you don't allow anyone to cross those boundaries, but you're not going to have a partnership, which is collaboration, not competition, not adversary or an opponent, a partnership with someone who you're trying to manipulate and deceive into getting along with you. Or because how you know your way is the best? How do you know that them being a manipulative, petty, downright lying, greedy, fill in the blank, thief, individual, how do you know that that's not the best lesson for you at this time, right?
Wow.
For what you need. Why do you think you need somebody that's going to cooperate with your agenda all the time? Maybe the people who are showing up and being what you want to label petty and backwards and inconsiderate and selfish, maybe they're teaching you that they're free to be that way and you're free to leave them alone. But you're so stuck on your morals and your value. Oh, you're supposed to share. I brought this food for both of us and I shared. Look, I gave you some off of my plate. And here they are like, you like, so you're going to, she's like, what you talking about? It's my food. No, I'm good. Like, but look, I shared with you. And they over here like, all right, cool. I like that. You got your plate. Like, I'll take that. And like, so can I have some of yours? Nope, this is mine. But look, doctor, they're so greedy. How can I get them to share? How about you stop trying to get this? How about you just leave them alone? Let them have their own stuff. They don't have to share with you.
Right.
You don't got to share with them.
You
know.
There you go. All right.
So yeah.
Let me say this. That's really, really deep. And I have learned. I like to tell on myself. I have learned when you do not leave people alone, and they are showing you who they are, you will become just as toxic as they are. In a lot of ways, getting back to the control, trying to control or trying to fix people. It may start off you loving them, but once we have to let each other be and love each other where we are, even if that means what's best for you is to leave them alone. Family, friends, it doesn't mean you got to hate them when you walk away. That's why some people can split, divorce and all of that and still be family. Fatima, you talk about it all the time with your ex-husband. There is no ill will. There is not, when you do the healing, and it may be an ongoing process, but when you say, okay, you know what, I got to get back to loving me, this is not honoring me, and then me being in this, I'm becoming something ugly. And sometimes they're there to teach us that too. They are there to be a reflection of what's been lying deep down inside. When we put these masks on and act like everything is all good, that person will call it out. So that was a good analogy right there.
Yeah,
listen,
I agree. That was very, very good.
Demons turn you into the best version of yourself, the most creative, the most self-loving, the most firm boundary setting, the most creative. I said creative, like you be writing some amazing stuff. Nobody going to a movie about like there's different movies like Mr. Smith, different stuff like that. Y'all going to I'm like, yo, y'all come with me to this movie called The Good Couple. Like, oh, Naeem, really? What's it about? Oh yeah, y'all, it's about this couple that is always getting along with each other and sharing resources and working out solutions to problems and just having fun times and not arguing and smiling at each other and writing cute notes and having an issue and then finding the solution and using it like common sense and just not having no kind of petty squabbles and just conflict resolution. Oh my God, these people, they sit down and eat and talk in inside voices. This is going to be a great movie, y'all. It's going to be a great book, y'all. Like, nobody's going to see that. All right? Nobody's going to read that. And so maybe that story, maybe when you talk about your past, your ex, your other relationship, the past version of yourself, that you didn't know how to set boundaries, you didn't know how to love yourself. Somebody showed you that about yourself.
Right.
You wouldn't know that unless you ran into a demon. All right. So you got to give thanks to the demons for being demons. And we over here trying to force demons to be angels. And that's not what they're here for.
Right.
They're here to bring the best out of you by showing you the worst.
That's right.
So leave the demons alone, literally.
Yeah.
But when you choose not to leave them alone, don't antagonize them for doing their job. Okay? They got their
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
September
Yeah.
Rain says, good evening, everyone at Feel Good Talk Show. What's going on, September? Thanks for tuning in. We got Jamila J. Choice all the way out of Cali. She says, love is not all the time. Love is not all the time painful, but it can hurt. Here we go.
Oh, Jamila is being she's being our resident demon today. Okay, thank you for stepping in
Thanks,
to
Jamila.
fill that role.
Appreciate
We
it.
need somebody to stir it up. So thank you.
September Rain says, I agree about the argument part. It's better to have assertive conversion without cutting each other off. If the disagreement isn't going anywhere, the settlement can be agreed to disagree and compromising on the solution. What are your views on this? Naeem, read that again. I might have jacked it up. So
all right, let's try this again.
Yeah.
All right. So should I use I'm not going to use the voice on you, September, right? All right. So I agree about the argument part. It's better to have an assertive conversation, I'm guessing, without cutting each other off. If the disagreement isn't going anywhere, settlement can be agree to disagree and compromise on a solution. So as you said, the settlement can be that. What else can the settlement be? And here's let me just throw some questions out there. Does there have to be a settlement just because somebody don't agree with you? Do we have to settle on anything?
No.
Do we have to even agree to disagree? Could we just agree? Could we just disagree to disagree? It's like, look, I don't agree with you. You don't agree with me. Let's just agree to disagree. It's like, no, I'd rather just disagree. Let's just disagree to disagree. I don't even want to agree about disagree. I want to agree with you about nothing. And I don't have to either. Right? Is that possible that we can just disagree and let that, like, can we, is it possible that people can, I'm saying love, but I'm going to say the facts, free each other, appreciate each other, communicate, trust each other, and be sincere with each other and disagree on things? All right. So therefore love is not love. So does that mean that love is agreement?
No, I wouldn't say love is agreement. No, it's not at all.
We don't have to agree to love each other.
Exactly.
And that's the beauty of variety in life. You don't have to agree. You don't have to, everybody doesn't have to subscribe to the same subscription or the same idea, belief, anything. Same diet, the same ideology, the same clothes, the same anything. So
that's right.
Yeah.
We got another one coming up. We actually got a lot going on.
That's great.
Name McChuru, I hope I said it right. Says, I hate when I tell my partner exactly what I need and they ignore everything I just said and listen to some friend or family member about what they think I am asking for. I hear you. That is frustrating.
I have some questions. Otaku. I think I got that better.
You got the last name right, yeah.
Yeah. So I have some questions, Otaku. My questions are, what are needs? And have you specifically laid out what your needs are for yourself, and then as they may or may not apply to your partner, as you're saying in this example? And my question also is your partner responsible for your needs? And this is a question to everyone. I'm just using your comment as a way to springboard the question. It's a platform. So also, do they have to cater to your needs? Because you say that you hate it when they ignore your needs. And the question is, do they have to attend to your needs? Is that something that has been laid out in your agreement in your partnership? Has it been negotiated? Has it been said, like, look, when I need a face mask, partner, you better show up running with a face mask in your hand or don't show up at all, right? If you said that and they're like, you know what, Otaku, when you want a face mask, I got you. You need, because that is a need. You want a face mask? You like, partner, like, what, Otaku? Man, face mask. They come running. What's going on, Otaku's like, let me see your hands. Where's the face mask? Like, I'm gonna run to my friends and family member and tell them about what you're talking about because I don't like your tone. They run away. Like, see, they didn't bring the face mask. Now, if you have a situation like that, I don't know why every time I come on here, every prop I use, I throw it. Y'all recognize that?
I know.
Anyway.
Yes.
You've been aggressive there.
Get that out of
Is that
here.
your perception, Charles? Maybe it's a loving toss. I don't know.
There you go. It could be.
It didn't look
But,
like any love was in that.
Man, there's no love in that, LC.
I felt the energy over here.
Oh, okay. Well, let me just put the face mask. All right. So my question is, what are your needs specifically? Do they have to attend to them? And what's the situation with that? Because we talked about wants and needs in another episode, and I'm going to quickly go over that because it's important. We have two types of needs, emotional needs, which is just one, and then we have physical needs for our body. So the emotional needs we have are love, and that's just what we've been talking about, freedom, appreciation. So, and that need, can you fulfill that need? Meaning, can you give yourself freedom, appreciation, communication, trust, sincerity?
Yes, sir.
And can you also offer freedom, appreciation, communication, trust, sincerity to others? And does it matter, right? I know you may think it matters, but the point is, if someone's really appreciating you, is that appreciation valid? Is it real appreciation?
Yeah, if they're really right. If they really
whether they're your neighbor, your friend, your student, your spouse, your relative, appreciation is appreciation. And you can receive appreciation from anywhere about anything, from anyone. And it's always available. And a great way to receive it is to ask for it. And a great way to ask is to give. One principle is what you give. And remember this, if anybody taking notes, remember this. To give is to ask. In other words, what I'm asking for, what I'm giving you, I'm asking for. So if I'm giving you my attention, I'm asking for it, right? But if I'm sitting here and I'm giving you this, does that tell you that I'm asking for attention or that I really don't care if you give me attention or not? Right? It sends a message, what I'm giving you. If I'm over here giving insults, but I say, no, I want people to appreciate me, but I insult. What am I more likely to receive? Appreciation or insults back? Right? So think about it. If you give appreciation, you're asking for it. So just throwing that out there. And yeah.
Awesome, brother. Hey, we going on to the next one. September Rain says, yes, demons push you into your purpose. Why God allowed it to make you stronger. Appreciate that one.
September Rain.
All right. She also says the enemy is literally a footstool.
And don't forget, you can misuse a footstool. You can take a footstool and you can trip on it. You can try to wear it as a hat. You can do things with it that are not what it's designed for. So if you're not stepping up on it to get to where you're going, then you might be misusing it also. Anyway, let's continue.
All right. And we got Lamar Avery says your relationship will never change until you change your perspective to a more positive mindset. So I like some of this back. I like some of this that we're getting, this feedback we're getting, definitely. Rose also says respect stems from I can welcome your position but not necessarily agree with it. Okay, respect stems from I got you. We got you there.
Thank you, Rose.
September Rain also says no love is just being on the same page and peacefully, not having to agree with one another. I definitely agree with you. So she's saying that everyone shouldn't have to agree or, or if you disagree, it's cool. If you don't agree, it's cool as well. She also said,
Charles, between me and you, why is she agreeing with me?
She's being slick. She's being slick. You know what I mean? That's what they think. If you agree or they got some type of agenda or whatever. So the Nina arbitrary says silence is just silence. It is not agreement or disagreement. All right.
Thank you, Danina.
Appreciate that.
Oh, Taco has responded. Thank you.
Yes, you coming? Yep.
So
Go ahead, man. Get that one, man.
I'll read this.
My eyes are
Yes.
killing me,
So
man.
Taco says, so when I say needs, I mean support with children or household responsibilities. For example, if I ask for a break from the kids one afternoon or maybe 2 or 3 hours, then they will speak with their family, and my request turns into a week-long planned trip with their family 3 states away. Stressed out emoji. Thank you, Otaku, for defining that. That's what I asked. I
Okay,
appreciate that.
awesome. Lamar Avery says he is a great teacher, in my opinion. Talking about you, Naeem.
You sure? I would like to believe that.
Nah, he talking about you the one that teaching, brother. This you, baby. And Dready Girl says, thanks as always for these great questions and comments, everyone. Definitely agree. Love does not require agreement. Love does not have requirements, demands, and conditions. And still, it is helpful for us to have a common purpose in our relationships with folks, no matter what the shit looks like. Appreciate you all. And we appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in. I'm trying to get
Thank
all
you.
of the questions in that we can. Let's see. What's up, Will? He says, you sometimes speak louder with silence, though.
That's why he was silent up until this point, to throw that in there. He wanted to have the last word. We see what you're doing, Will.
There you go. Thanks for tuning in, man. Definitely. So, yeah, man, some great stuff here, man. We got to try to get through. We're going to get through all the comments. We're going to try to, but sometimes I'll skip over some just to get through. So I'm not doing it intentionally, everyone. So just bear with us. There's a lot here, so we're dealing with a lot of comments. So, but this is good stuff, Naeem. Awesome, brother. I don't know.
I give appreciation to you all for participating. I said, like, I can have a conversation all by myself. I don't need an audience. I don't need anybody. I can sit in a room and entertain myself.
I get that though.
Yeah, I can see that.
But that's not why I'm here, though. I want to talk. I want to receive. I want to interact, because this is a conversation. This is an interaction. This is not about just me. So appreciate you all.
Yeah.
All right. Had to make sure we got all those questions. And everything's great, man. Anybody got any last comments with this, with what we talked about before we get to the next segment? Anything?
Oh, let's move to the next segment.
All right, cool. Well, we're gonna let Fatima Love handle that. And I'm trying to see, because I gave out the link, because I let you talk. Go ahead, Fatima. Go ahead, talk to him. Let him know what's up. Oh, hold on. You're on mute. You're on mute. You gotta unmute yourself. Yeah, we can't hear you.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So you guys know I have a kid, and so I had to come to the store. And when I come to the store, I can't just buy it for her. I got to get me a little something too. So anyway, I thought you were
shopping for love. Boom, 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 boom. Let me stop. Go ahead.
But I wanted to thank you guys again for having me on, of course. And that was really some good content coming from the Love Doctor and coming from the book of, I think your book is Healing from Toxic Relationships. Is that the book we were using today?
Yes.
All right. So that was really, really good.
Toxic relationships. Yes.
All right. Yeah, and I see it's right there on the screen if anybody wants to take a chance and log into that website so you can see what the material is. Very good material to get some really good understanding about yourself so that you can be better in your relationships. Mm-hmm. So you guys know that we are adding to this a blind date segment. So any of you guys would like to participate, participation is real easy. Send us in a profile picture of you. There's a list of questions, 7 questions that you'll answer. And Charles Brinkley and author visionary L.C. Logan and Love Dr. Naeem will put together for you a blind date. We will be sending you out on that date free of charge. We will take care of that bill for you. And we'll have a chance to see how people interact when they're going out on these blind dates, and see if any of the material that the Love Doctor has given you, you're able to use in your interactions. Mm-hmm. So if anybody's interested, please, please, please inbox one of us, DM one of us, DM the show, and we'll get you on board so that we can try to hook you guys up.
Okay, now Fatima, what does it look like so far? I mean, how many I guess women do we have, and how many men do we have so far?
I think right now we have just under 10 for both groups, male and female.
Okay.
Just
Oh,
under
wow.
10, and we're looking to put together 3 couples. So
Okay.
we're looking to go through the list and find the right matches. We want to match people with people they have good interests with, that they'll have, really have a good interaction with. So we're just not going to throw people together. We're really going to look through the profiles and the questions and things like that and make a really good match.
Okay. And I did send out some links to some of the contestants. So I don't know if they received them or not, but I don't see anybody in the back room that I did send it out to. So
yeah, they're
what we're
probably a
gonna
little
do,
shy. People don't be
yeah.
shy.
So what we're going to do is we're going to have a, I guess we're going to have them on. But of course, when you do come on, you have to cover your face because it's a blind date. So you're going to have to cover your face and put a different name up under your picture. So we don't want anybody to know who they're dating because we're going to put them together, and it should be interesting. It should be very interesting. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to see who you guys are going to match me with. So I gotta go get my hair done.
Yeah. So we got enough people now, so we can start getting the process. I mean, we'll wait till I guess the end of the week. If anyone else wants to participate, but at the end of the day, we're going to start putting them together so we can get this underway. So, and the date is on us. Feel Good Talk. We're going to pay for the date, and we want you to have a good time. Of course, we're going to videotape some of the date, and we'll bring you on, and it's a whole process. We'll take you through the whole process and let you know what goes down with it. But it should be fun. I think, we could put Naeem's work to the test. I mean, it's all into the test already, but this would be great. Who knows? We might start a marriage. Somebody might get married from this. Who knows? So there's a lot of possibilities here. So
my ring size is 8.
Okay, well, we'll let them know that. We'll put that in your profile, so there you go. So again, it should be fun, and I don't know. I guess that's it. I mean, anything else you want to add, Fatima?
No, that's pretty much it. Guys, don't be shy. The women are waiting, the men are waiting. Cuddle weather is here. I'm over here and there's lots of blankets and pillows and things. And so, yeah, you guys got to get on the ball. We're waiting. I'm waiting.
Now, this is for entertainment. I mean, it's about fun. So don't take it seriously because I know, it's all about fun. So it's not, we're going to have fun with it. And if something comes out of it, it does. But at the end of the day, it's about having a good time and having fun. So that's all it's about. So
that's all it's about.
There's no pressure on nobody trying to get married or nothing like that. None of that stuff. So.
And if it does get serious, they have the tools with the love doctor. That's the awesome part.
Exactly.
If it does get serious, now they'll be able to go into a healthy friendship relationship, having the tools that a lot of us did not have initially. So they're at an advantage.
There you go. So
that is absolutely perfect.
And you don't have to pay for it. That's another good thing.
Hello.
Out your pocket. So it's a free night out, and like I said, what's the worst can happen? You have a new friend. That's it, so give it a try. Check it out, So that's it. I mean, I'm excited, I can't wait. So I guess we'll take a commercial break and then we'll come right back with the last bit of comments, and then we'll end the show. So again, this is our sponsor, the A Game. Check it out. And that is the A Game, great for vitality, energy, strength, and libido. And I have 3 free samples left. I know I was going to hit you with that. I had to hit with the 3 free samples. Give me a call at 302-723-2836. Again, 302-723-302-723-2836. 2836 to get your free sample of their game. This is for men only. So, hopefully we'll have something in the future for the women, but this is definitely great, especially at a time like this, to build that immune system up as well. So, we do have some comments. So we're going to get right to the comments. Let's see where we at. Okay, we got Lamar Avery says, how the world is nowadays, this a good way to connect people? Well, like
Thank you, Lamar.
Yeah, it's all about, I don't know, how's he saying it? How in the world is that now?
How the world is nowadays, this is
how
a
the
good way to
world
connect.
is nowadays, this is a good way. Okay, awesome.
Oh,
Thanks.
yeah.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
This is a good way to connect people.
Right,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
And it's a safe way too, because like I said, we'll be out there for a little bit anyway. And then, of course, we're not going to connect you with no hopefully. I mean, I'm not saying not saying that we can prevent that, but we'll do our best to not connect you with anybody that's harmful. Jamila J. Choi says, that is awesome. Thanks, Jamila. Thanks for tuning in. Rosa Oliver says, yes, cuddle weather is here. Yes, it is. And Fee King, cuddle. Does cuddling with my cat count? I guess it would.
Oh,
You want any
Tell Steve we're going to do better than that.
So that was awesome. So listen, I just want to let everybody know you can get in contact with us. You can see us on LinkedIn at Feel Good Talk, Facebook at Feel Good Talk, YouTube at FGT Mind, Body, Soul, and Business, Instagram at Phil.GoodTalk, and you can email us at feelgoodtalk113@gmail.com, and the website is www.feelgoodtalk.net. So there's many ways to connect with us. So, hey man, great show as always. Thanks, everyone. Anybody got any last words before we get out of here?
Can I just make one announcement, Chuck? We are doing the Operation Warmth. I'll share that with you again, Chuck, because you've been busy and I have. But we are doing the clothes giveaway to the community of Chester and beyond, because there's going to be an abundance of clothes. The one event, the physical location, we're going to have it at Uno's here in Chester. Anyone wants to know anything other than that, they can reach out to the Phenomenal Women Network, and I'll follow up with them. But I just wanted to put that up because the holidays are coming out, and we just want to bless some families that are in need. Free food, clothes, and that's that. So
yeah, we can put that on the website as well. So I mean on the page as well. So just give me whatever. We'll talk behind the scenes, y'all. Anything Fatima Love? Anything?
Oh no, we ready. We ready to get these submissions in, these participants in, so we can get these dates started.
All right, let's do it. I'm ready. I'm excited. That's gonna be real. That's gonna be fun. And of course, the Love Doctor, my man Naeem. What's going on, brother? Anything before we get out of here?
All is well. I appreciate y'all for joining and connecting. And yeah, this looks like it's we're almost at the point where we can get this going. So I look forward to seeing the outcome of these dates and the outcome of how we use the information. So I'm here to support. Definitely. And let's continue to set the goal for our relationship. If you're going to look at any of my, you can find all my books and stuff on Healing Talks Relationships, but set the goal and the purpose for your relationship. Okay. And that's the point. Set the goal and the purpose for your relationship and for your date and for what you want to bring to it. Remember my question last time? We said, are you going to create a list of what you want from a potential partner or whatnot? But what about, what do you offer? So
there you go.
Make that list too. What do you offer? What are you bringing to the table as well? So
that's right. That's very important.
My exit note.
That's good.
Always a great exit. And I just like to say, I've seen some of the contestants. We have some nice looking women, nice looking men. So it should be a good time. So, keep the entries coming. Matter of fact, the deadline is what? This Friday. We're going to say Friday, or what you want to do? Talk to me. This Friday?
I'm thinking maybe no later than Sunday.
No later than Sunday. Okay. All right.
Yes.
No. Okay. The last entries will be accepted on Sunday, and that's it. We got to go ahead and get along with the program. So if you are interested, please send us your profile, your picture, and we have a list of questions for you. So that's it. So again, hey man, awesome conversations always. I'm your host, Charles Brakely, along with my man, Naeem Najib, also author visionary Elsie Logan, and Fatima. I don't know if I say Fatima Love. I'm going to call you because we gave you that nickname. We're going to call you Fatima Love. And again, this is our Feel Good Talk Love 101. And make sure you check out healingtoxicrelationships.com. You know, definitely check that out. Awesome program. Check it out and see, you need that. Everybody needs that healing, you know what I mean? Because we were programmed to think love hers, love this, love that. So get the true meaning of love. And that's it. So, catch us next week right here on Feel Good Talk, Mind, Body, Soul, and Business, 7 p.m. And we out. And as we always say, peace. We catch you.
Peace.